The 12-week journey. Number 1. In search of purpose. You might think that life is all about you, that you are to live your life seeking happiness, pursuing personal goals, or attempting to achieve small or lofty dreams. Or you might think it's about family, or good time spent with close friends. You probably even say to yourself that it's about carving out a successful career path that will set you up for life and leave a legacy to your children. But the truth is, the real reason you even exist at all is summed up in the one who brought you forth, Yah. It is because of him and for him that you were given the precious breath of life. And yes, please be reminded that the very breath you breathe belongs to him.
Then Yah Elohim formed the man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature.
Genesis 2, verse 7. So many people throughout time have groped blindly for the meaning of life and the true purpose for their existence. But they never really come to a satisfying or fulfilling answer because the search begins with them. What will make me happy? What will I do for a living? Who will I marry? What do I want to accomplish by the time I'm such and such an age? Where do I see myself living in so many years? What will my future look like? But the answer to the purpose for our lives will not be found by internalizing that question. We have to look to the one from whom our breath comes.
In his hand is the life of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind.
Job 12, verse 10. Don't let those life coaches and self-help authors fool you. And don't take the word of so-called experts who make talk show appearances and fill guest spots on radio shows and popular podcasts. They'll have you believe that finding your purpose starts by believing in yourself and looking inside you. In fact, you would do well to leave those things alone. Besides, looking within can't help you, because you are not the reason you exist. You don't even remember what it was like in your mother's womb. So how can the answer to the purpose for your life be found anywhere inside your mind or heart? Anything you purchase online or at a store with which you were not familiar had to be assembled or operated with the use of an instruction manual or usage guide. That goes for any unfamiliar device, piece of furniture, sewing pattern, you name it. Well, the same goes for us. We have to consult an instruction manual in order to know how we are to properly function. Otherwise, we'll break ourselves tinkering around of our own accord. You must realize that whether you believe in him or not, whether you serve him or not, you are Yah's property. You, like every living thing in this world, exist because he willed it. He did not will you to exist so that you could traipse around doing whatever it is you have in mind to do. He brought you forth for his own particular reason, which is what you must discover by turning to him for the answer to what that reason is. Looking anywhere but to him will lead you down paths of futility, which may start out promising, but ultimately deliver nothing in the end. Some of you might have gotten married to spouses you thought were meant for you, or you started careers you believe were the answer to your search for true purpose. Or you spent many years in school thinking you were on the right course, only to eventually realize that your purpose was still a mystery, and that life remains unfulfilling despite all your accomplishments, or due to your many failures. Some of you out there have tried to use Yah as an excuse for what you think you're supposed to be doing. You pursued some grand calling that you claim is his purpose for your life, but that purpose was really your own idea. We are to be used for the purpose of Yah, and not Yah for our own purpose. Yah is not a piggy bank or genie or personal vending machine that you turn to when you need to satisfy a craving or longing. We are made to satisfy his desires. We are made to please him.
For to the one who pleases him, Elohim has given wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he has given the business of gathering and collecting, only to give to the one who pleases Elohim. This also is vanity, and a striving after wind.
Ecclesiastes 2, verse 26. Many can achieve success by working hard for it, establishing a key set of goals and meeting them one by one. Great success can be had and lofty career ideals realized by goal-oriented individuals. You may have achieved this kind of success in your own life by becoming a well-paid executive of some corporation and having a large, experienced team under you. Others might have started successful businesses that are helping people in some noble way, or you may feel you've reached a pinnacle in whatever career you've chosen. But know that achieving success and finding your true purpose are not the same thing. Purpose does not always amount to the kind of success you probably have in mind, and success can be void of purpose, particularly the purpose that you were designed for. What is really misunderstood is that while we were created for Yah's good pleasure, His pleasure is not selfish.
Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
Luke 12, verse 32. In the end, yielding ourselves to His will and fulfilling His true purpose for our lives will only cause us to receive the kingdom with all its eternal joys and, more than that, the personal company of Yah Himself.
Week 1.
Over the next 12 weeks, I'm inviting you to go on a journey with me. Not a journey to figure out a career path or how to busy yourself and fill your life with meaningless activities. In fact, we'll be seeking to clear out the clutter and pare things down so you can focus on the most important aspect of your life, what it is Yah has truly called you to do in service to Him. In attempting to discover true purpose, people can resort to one of two things, the first being wild speculation. Making a good guess is the usual avenue most people take when confronting this important question. They either rely on their own good guesses or the educated guesses of others, doled out in the form of career or relationship advice and the like. The other path one can and should take, however, is that of revealed truth. We can simply turn to the King of Creation for the answer to the question of life's purpose, as He has clearly laid out that purpose in the pre-Messianic scriptures and Messianic writings.
Through your precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path.
Psalm 119, verses 105 to 106. Many of you have heard or read these verses, but know that the very meaning contained within them holds the answer to the purpose for your life. Our personal plans conflict with Yah's plans, and that is why
Yah brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He frustrates the plans of the peoples.
Psalm 33, verse 10. But
the counsel of Yah stands forever, the plans of His heart to all generations.
Psalm 33, verse 11. This reveals that our purpose and our plans must derive from Him, as they are the ones that will stand for all time and eternity. This 12-week journey will involve listening to this message 1 week at a time while applying its principles to your life. The 12 parts should not be binged in one go, otherwise it defeats the purpose of the journey. If you have already viewed the series 1 week at a time, then feel free to binge in another viewing.
Things to do over the course of the next week.
First, listen to this message several times and review its various points.
Keep this in mind.
I will not find my purpose within myself. I must look to Yah and Yah alone.
Reflect on this verse of the week.
I cry out to Elohim Most High, to Elohim who fulfills His purpose for me.
Psalm 57, verse 2.
Ask yourself this question.
Will I allow my environment and the people in my life to cause me to forget that I am to live for Yah and the purpose He designed for my life?